Welcome to the second instalment of our mini-series on the town of Boyle in County Roscommon. This time we concentrate on Boyle Abbey and King House. Not King's House, as I accidentally called it a couple of times. We also look at a couple of attractions in the surrounding area. So come with us on our little adventure. Standing by the Boyle River near the Abbey Town Bridge is the ruined Boyle Abbey. These ruins are over 860 years old.
Well, here we are at Boyle Abbey. Second time of asking, as the first time was an aborted attempt, and I think we're going to enjoy this. This looks really lovely.
The visitor entrance is through the gatehouse, and there is an easy to miss room above which houses a small exhibition. Let's have a quick look. The room gives you a potted history of the Abbey from its inception through its busiest times to its final demise. There is a tranquility about this place that simply has to be experienced. Founded in 1161, the Abbey wasn't consecrated until 1218. This was partly due to the fact that it was ransacked and burned in 1202 during the Anglo-Norman invasion of Ireland.
Well, this is certainly a fascinating place. It's certainly a ruin, but it's been a well-maintained ruin, and also it's not that expensive to come in. As an OAP we get in for €4 each, so you can't really complain. It's not huge, but it's certainly got some history to it, and it's worth seeing. I think it's absolutely gorgeous here.
This part was close to the public, but not to my camera.
The place is absolutely wonderful. It's certainly a ruin, but it's steeped in history, and the information they give you covers all aspects of that. It's worth having a look around, see if you can find some of the carvings built into the stone walls and the arches, and we'll bring you those when we find them.
Like many other Cistercian abbeys, Boyle Abbey relied on water. and was situated next to the Boyle River, the water being used for cooking, drinking, running the mill and flushing the drains. The Abbey was disestablished in 1592 when it was used as a barracks by the Elizabethans. It was again used as a barracks, this time by the Cromwellians in 1645. I will now shut up for a while and let you enjoy some more of the Abbey. Boyle Abbey is run and maintained by the Office of Public Works, who, in my opinion, are doing a grand job.
Well, we're having a rest now after going round Boyle Abbey, and as I said earlier, the weather forecast today was good with no rain, so we're just waiting for the rain to pass over now. Typical Ireland. Cake and coffee. Unless there's anything I can just have a little bit of. I'm using a lot of energy today anyway.
We were feeling peckish, so stopped at a little place called Lovage at the Gate Lodge Cafe. I was a naughty boy. Despite being type 2 diabetic, I had a cake, my one treat, and I was burning a lot of energy while filming.
We're back here at the invitation of King House, who are going to give us a nice guided tour this time. Last time we went around there on our own, got some footage. Unfortunately, we had a technical glitch, so some of the footage was absolutely useless. This time we're going to redo that footage and basically listen to the guides.
We're now going to take a good look at King House, but we will leave most of the talking to our guide Katie, who is a little camera shy, so I've only included her in vision where unavoidable.
Well, here we are back at King's House for hopefully a guided tour. We were invited back the other day by Patricia, and here we are. I can hear somebody. Here we go. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Were you expecting us?
I think I was, yes. So very welcome.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Oh, do you know, I don't think we got a shot of that last time, did we?
No. I think last time something else was there. Is that possible, or did we just miss it? There's things moving all the time at the moment, so very possibly, yes. So this is the Boyle Civic Arts collection in here, which hangs in this gallery and all around the house as well. It's a collection that's been built up over the 30 years of the Boyle Arts Festival. Right, so we'll make a start. So you're in now, this is the long gallery of the house, which is as it would have been in the King family time. So the house was completed in 1730. It was built by Sir Henry King and his wife Isabella, who came from Powers Court House over in County Wicklow. So we have quite a few original features just in the gallery here. So the door that you just came in through is the same door that Henry had put on the house in 1730, which says a lot for the nice quality of
Yeah, I was admired that last time, yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. This floor is the original floor, which was all cleaned and re-put down properly when the house was renovated in the 1980s. So this is the King family dining room, which is where a lot of those marriages would have been made over long dinners. There's a quite interesting Georgian menu on the table. So we know from the original plans of the house that this was the family dining room, and Henry and his wife Isabella, they had 5 children. The children probably didn't get to eat in here very often. But this is certainly where the family would have done their entertaining.
Must be seen but not heard.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So the family actually, once they had this house built, they only stayed in it for about 50 years. They did have a small fire here, and then as the town was growing up around them, mainly to service them, they wanted to be further away from, the ordinary people. They also wanted somewhere a bit bigger.
Rockingham Hall.
So, yeah.
That looks like a card table.
That's exactly what it is, yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's another leg that comes out at the back, and then you have your little drawer for your packs of cards. And so the most recent piece of memorabilia in this room is this outfit, which was made for the Countess Kingston in 1936. It was actually made for her to wear to the coronation of Edward VIII. So she never got to wear it because he abdicated and ran off with Mrs. Simpson.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a lovely sculpture, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now that's about the only one that doesn't get moved when we hang the other exhibition, because it's so heavy.
The house as a museum guides you through over 400 years of Irish history. In 1795, the King family, after whom the house was named, moved out. They sold the house to the British government, who converted it into a barracks for the Connaught Rangers. The Rangers distinguished themselves in the Boer War, Crimean War and the First World War. They were disbanded when Ireland became independent in 1922. As you wander round, you get a feeling for how the house was constructed, with many displays mainly around the roof space and attic walkway. The admission fee is worth paying simply to marvel at the artwork of the Boyle Civic Arts collection. There are so many examples of antique furnishings and equipment, including chairs, many of which you can sit on. Numerous depictions of historical figures and events associated with the house and surrounding area are scattered around. You could marvel, or perhaps laugh, at the clothing of the time. One Hollywood film star that Boyle is proud of is Maureen O'Sullivan. Born at 11 Main Street in 1911, just 3 doors down from King's House, she is commemorated here with the Boyle to Boulevard exhibition. One more thing links her to King's House: her father was adjutant here for the Connaught Rangers. You can hear how she was ahead of her time, being the first influencer to endorse certain cosmetics. Films she was famous for include Tarzan and Jane, where she played Jane. She died in 1998.
So obviously Mary McAleese was the president for 2 terms up until 2011, and these are all pieces that were given to her either by other countries overseas on state visits or by Irish organisations. These outfits here are a new exhibition. She's only just donated these to us, so they will eventually be in cases with photographs behind them. But these are the outfits that she wore when she met Queen Elizabeth and the Obamas on state visits. So I know the pink one was from when she met the Queen, and the gold one on the end was when she was with the Obamas. I think the black one was another Queen one, and I'm not sure about the other 2.
In the Hidden Gems exhibition we meet Erwin Springbrunnen. Born in 1939, German jeweller Springbrunnen moved to Ireland via Switzerland. Richard Burton, Mary Robinson and Mary McAleese were all customers. And now follow us to the basement. The basement is where the barracks had its jail. Any soldier who misbehaved could end up here. Conditions were harsh. It is believed that members of the general public were also incarcerated here. And so we end our quick look at King House. Thank you, Katie, for showing us around. A truly wonderful place. We've just scratched the surface and there is so much more to see. Why not find out for yourself? Time was getting on and we were getting hungry, so we returned to the King House tea room, where I had a lovely tuna mayo sandwich with a coffee, while Gabby had cake and cola. The food here is great, which is why this was our 3rd visit. We left Boyle to try to find the statue of the Celtic Chieftain. We had tried to find it previously but without success. I knew where it was on the map. It overlooked the Curlew Valley, but my sat-nav, Waze, Google Maps and Apple Maps all had trouble navigating there. We simply had to rely on old hiking geezer nav.
Yes.
I just had to pull over and admire the view of the loch.
Wow.
So does that mean the chieftain is somewhere here? Or are we just having a photo op?
I'm just having to stop and have a look. No, we've still got 4.9 kilometres to go.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That's a big old lock, isn't it, that lock key?
So this is Loch Key now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Kylie Minogue sang about, wasn't it?
Loch Key.
I should be so lucky, lucky. Next turning on the right. And that must be a BMW. Oh, it's not.
It's
Bloody Peugeot driver.
no, I don't think it was a Peugeot.
It was a
I think
Peugeot.
it was a...
So we had eventually made it. If you don't want the same problems that we had, ask your sat-nav to take you to the Loch Key viewing bay. There is parking here and it is right next to the sculpture.
We'll have a quick look, see what this sign says. It's pretty windy here. Oh, this is about the road project. And there he is, in all his glory. Rather impressive, actually.
This statue commemorates a victory during the 9 Years' War by Irish rebel forces led by Red Hugh O'Connell over an English force led by Sir Conyers Clifford. The English were ambushed while marching through this pass in the Curlew Mountains. The English suffered huge losses, while the Irish rebel forces suffered minimal casualties.
Right, Dolman. Oh, what's it called again?
Drummon.
Right, so it's 9.4 kilometres away. So it's actually good. I don't think we go through Boyle to get to it.
I was wrong. The route did take us through Boyle town and towards home on the R294. It's true what people often say, you don't know what is on your own doorstep.
That police car has done something wrong. You can tell that's being charged.
Yeah, we've been here before today.
Another actor born in Boyle and in my opinion deserving of more recognition in the town is Chris O'Dow. Seen here with his wife Dawn Porter, O'Dowd was born in 1979 and is known for playing Roy Trennaman in the Channel 4 sitcom The IT Crowd.
And while I was working on it, she rested a cup on my back.
No.
Yeah?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, they've no respect for us up there. No respect whatsoever. We're all just drudgeons to them.
But my favourite Chris O'Dow character is Simple Simon Swafford in the film The Boat That Rocked, known in the States as Pirate Radio. Okay, let's continue our journey to the Dolman. Continuing on the R294 towards Gurchin, spelt Gurtwen, we turn right up a road marked on Google Maps as the L50474, but actually it's the L10289.
That is rather adventurous. There's a stop sign up there.
It's because it's a level crossing, that's why. And judging by the way this is done, there's not been many cars up here recently. Look.
Ramble.
I left the car and crossed the railway line. After checking the location of the Dolman, I went back and got Gabby. We couldn't get close to the Dolman, or to give it its full name, Drummon Portal Tomb, because the ground was boggy and a herd of bullocks had churned it up.
Yeah, this is as close as we're getting. It's too soggy through there. So you need to come across here. I'll move out your way, stand there, it's not too bad, and take your shots from there.
Okay.
One of the boys decided to say hello.
This is going to be tight.
I tried my best to turn the car round in the narrow road, but despite Gabby's confidence in me, it was too narrow.
I'm not sure I can do it.
If anyone can do it, it's you.
No, we can't do it. We're reversing. It won't go because it narrows there.
So I had to reverse down a lane with inches to spare between the rocks on one side and the stone wall on the other.
Look at, see how much room I've got that side? I've got less room this side. That's why everything keeps going off. Whoa, it's tight as hell. I think both doors are overhanging the hedge. Oh, that's fallen one there as well. Makes it even narrower. Right. Whoa, I've got 3 inches that side approximately.
But eventually we reached the bottom of the lane.
Okay, Garmin. Navigate home.
Going home. Please drive to highlighted route.
And in my best Cockney accent, which isn't cheating because technically I am a Cockney.
There you go, got you back down, didn't I?
So that concludes our second visit to Boyle. I was captivated by the Abbey and King House. A big thank you goes out to the tourist board and the staff at King's House in particular, who made us welcome and allowed us to film while officially closed. If you get the chance, please visit Boyle and the surrounding area. It's well worth it. As usual, please subscribe, leave a comment and a like for the video. And if you feel able and willing to support the channel, please donate through Buy Me a Coffee. All monies received that way get used to run the channel. So, Mr. and Mrs. Hiking Geezer are saying goodbye and onwards and upwards.